It is win or go home for Joel Embiid and the Sixers as they play Game 5 in Boston. Jaylen Brown averaging 27 in the series. The Celtics 32-0 all-time when they have a 3-1 series lead. Philly and Boston an hour from now on ESPN. Got ourselves a pair of Game 5s. The Celtics trying to close out the Sixers, and the Spurs trying to do the same thing to the Blazers. It's NBA Tip-Off presented by AT&T from Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley. Thanks for being with us tonight. Say what?
Dressed in all black today.
That's right, because a couple of teams going down.
You mean
down.
business.
No
question. Going down, that's right.
Okay, I just got all black today.
It's going to be a fun show here for the next hour.
Yes,
Got 3 games to talk about because the Hawks and Knicks are also playing in New York. And the great Michael Wilbon will be joining us here on the program.
You know, we call Wilbon the Godfather. Are you going to be?
No, don't do that.
Don't even try that.
Ernie, hold me back.
Don't hold you back.
We never called him the Godfather first.
I call Wilbon.
No, you called him after you heard him call the Godfather.
Your favorite store is Trader Joe's then.
Yeah,
Okay.
gosh.
No, that's Kenny because he's on all the ESPN
You call
shows.
somebody else
Good point.
Diesel
Am I
over
right?
there?
Yeah,
You
you're
call
right.
somebody else Jet over there too?
Well, yeah, it's more like
Don't call
jet
somebody
lag.
else. Hey,
It ain't jet no more. It's jet lag.
you don't call somebody else Superman.
You call somebody other person Superman.
Well, I did do that.
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
There you go.
You know what else?
What else?
Tyron Stokes, the talk of college basketball, #1 high school player in America, going to make his announcement on where he's going right here on this very show.
That's impressive.
Right
chair.
That's impressive to be ranked that high. That's
For
amazing.
that long.
You know what?
There's a story behind that.
You
too.
really can't be ranked any higher.
Well, I just got to get him
number
used
one.
to Toomer's corner. Got to write down at Auburn.
I don't think they're in the running.
I don't think they're in the
and I can
running
tell
either.
just by the way he just shook his
Laughed.
head that probably is not the case either.
Well, that was a nice spin right there, my boy.
Yes, indeed.
I like how you spin that camera, my
Hey,
boy.
let's show him, man. He can do that. Hey, there's Tyron. He's going to be joining us a little bit later. We'll just build up the suspense. Aaron Goodwin is his representative here, too, and so is Mom.
Mom Key?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
she's
Aaron's been
Top
he's
agent in
been
the
a great
business.
agent and a good man for a long time.
But not as long as she's been a good mother. So
That's exactly right.
Hi, Mom.
And next time we take a shot of you, we'll try to get you even more cramped. There you go. Okay, want to talk about Game 1?
Yep.
Talk about Philadelphia and Boston with the Celtics trying to close this out. They've had a couple of 32-point wins in this series, games 1 and 4. Philadelphia's won one game. They did it in Boston. And Joel Embiid came back the other day.
yes.
Charles, what did you think of Joel Embiid's return as he went for 26, 10, and 6?
Well, I was proud of Joel. I know he's getting a lot of heat in Philadelphia, but it's just too little, too late. The Celtics just a better team. The only chance the Sixers got is when the Celtics go miserable from three-point land. But you got to give Joel credit for just trying. But the Sixers, their season's gonna be over tonight.
The thing is, they were a good team without Joel. They weren't a great team. Pretty much almost similar with or without him in terms of record. But, in the playoffs, you need somebody who can create double teams for others. So if you're going to win or advance, not even win a championship, just advance, you're going to need somebody who can create double teams for others. Joel Embiid coming back admirable, and he actually looked pretty good in terms of physically going up and down. Wasn't sharp all the time, but he physically up and down looked really good.
He is officially listed as probable going into Game 5. Still no official word, but that's what's on the injury report. He came out the other night, scored their first 8, then he missed 7 shots in a row.
Yeah, I really feel for him, because I said this the other night. A couple years ago, we were, going back and forth with him and Joker, the best big man in the league, was playing well. Ever since then, he's been injury plagued. I had a lot of injuries this year. I have to agree with Chuck. Their season is over, and if it is over tonight, he has to take 1 week off and get back in the lab and come back and say, I want my spot back, because Joker is the best big man. You got Wemby, who's, up there too. If I'm him, I'm going to be super upset, especially if we lose this game, and you got to get back in that lab. You got to get healthy, and you got to do everything right this summer. A lot of guys want to take off this summer, but you've already had a lot of time off. So you take 1 week off, you enjoy your beautiful family, and you got to get back in the lab, and you got to come back strong.
Tell me this, fellas. When you welcome back a player, he hadn't played since April 5th, April 6th. When you welcome him back in a playoff game, I'm asking this because Tyrese Maxey took 3 shots in the first half of that game.
Actually, what's interesting, that was going to be my point, Ernie. Like, it screwed up Maxey and VJ because the only game they won, Max and VJ went crazy. And you said, what did you say he scored the first what?
First 8.
Like, that doesn't help the Sixers in the long run because, number one, he got tired. But you got to get
in the long run of the series or the long run of how it would be?
Well, in the game. Like, if he started fast, he was going to get fatigued. You got to get Maxey and VJ going because that's the only game they won.
Okay, Chuck, but you say you got to get Max and VJ going. They have to learn how to adjust. Big fella's back, we're going to go to him, he's going to work. As soon as you miss that 3rd shot in a row, we're going to go away from big fella, right, Kenny? And then we're going to do what we do.
Shaq, number one, he's not the same guy. Like, he scored those first quick points, then he got tired, but they didn't get going. By that time, the game was over.
Yeah, but they got to get themselves going, Chuck. They're guards.
I'm asking Ernie's question.
Okay.
You can see they made a conscious effort to get him going. I wouldn't have did it like that. Because number one, he just had surgery. He can't be in shape. He ain't had surgery. You got to get VJ and Maxey going. That's the only game they won, Shaq, when those 2 kids went crazy.
But I would agree with Shaq on this, Chuck. The offense initiates with those 2. So it's not like Joel is bringing the ball up. And so they have the opportunity to create the shot for themselves.
But they didn't. That's
their fault.
They were trying to get him going.
That's their fault.
You see, VJ went 30 and Maxey 29 in that Game 2 win in Boston. Maxey on those 3 field goal attempts in the first half said, that can't happen. That's on me. It absolutely cannot happen.
And like I say, they're young kids. You get MVP back. They were like, let's get Joel going. I don't think that was a sound thing because the one game they won, those kids went crazy.
But again, they got to make adjustments. The dude missed 7 shots in a row.
But he made the first 5 or 6, but they became passive. And then the game was over.
That's my point. Ernie said he missed 7 shots in a row. You missed 3 shots.
No, but after he made the first 5 or 6, Shaq, is my point.
Okay, he made the first 5 or 6. Then he missed 0 or 7. 0 for 3 when he went 0 for 3.
It's time to do something else.
But the game was over by then.
Sixers, by the way, 0-18 when they're in a 3-1 hole. That's the most losses all time they've played. They're the top 3 teams in playoff series anyway, but they're 0-18 when they're down 3-1. Celtics, meantime, are 32-0 when they have a 3-1 series lead. And last game it was from the 49-second mark of the first quarter to the end. They were up double digits. Peyton Pritchard went nuts from 3, had 32 in the game.
Well, the Celtics, we say there's not one thing that you have to stop. The only thing that stops them is themselves in terms of shooting the basketball from 3. But in terms of getting quality threes and quality looks, they have done that since Al Horford was there, from Porzingis was there. They're going to get those quality looks. You have to be able to defend the perimeter and make them into drivers if you're going to beat them, which is hard to do. Derek White, who's not really caught fire this series, still another guy who could do the same thing what Pritchard just did on any given night.
But the thing is, too, about Derek White, he's not having a good offensive series, but he impacts the game in so many ways. So you always know he's there.
Without question. He's a defense. He's going to be on the. He's basically taking over the Drew Holiday world of guarding the best perimeter defender. But also, at times he will get 25, 30 points. And he just hasn't had that this series. But it'd be interchangeable.
And you talking about those guys not getting all involved offensively. They can actually play some defense. When they can't let Pritchard just kill them like that. We spend so much time talking about, even though they wouldn't get shots, they could have said, hey, you know what, Pritchard is roasting us out here. They could have played some better defense, but it ain't just about offense.
And I think the best thing that happened to the Celtics this year with Tatum being out, a lot of guys that wouldn't get certain opportunities get a lot of opportunities, and they say, you know what, we can play and we feel good, and they've been playing together. That they've also, developed a great culture and a great